Tomas will tell us a few exciting things about transforming the Internet of Things manufacturing enterprise. Tomas represents Teltonika, and I guess everyone in this room should know Teltonika is one of the most successful, worldwide recognized businesses founded here in Lithuania. So, Tomas, take it away.
Good morning, all. So I am glad to be here, and let's start with our presentation. Actually, my presentation is more or less about praxis. I would like not to be much, let's say, theoretical. I do not want to give to you too much of, variety of theories. I would like probably to look up and go for a couple things that you could, use for next of your. Who I am? Probably it's not too much to introduce yourself, because we can go to LinkedIn, go to QR codes and check it out. And if I will just read these 3 words, Tomas Bear, 1996. It's called like, animation movie, something from, jungles, etc. Yeah, and probably I am some kind of jungle man, agile jungle man, and I'm trying, to find the way how we can manage and how we can survive in these agile jungles. And probably I will try to make some, like Jürgen said, pattern or the path, how we can manage and how we can survive there in agile way. So this is me. What is Teltonika, yeah? If you would like go to Teltonika, probably I will take and introduce everything, how, the Steve or Bill will do, yeah? They will take the product and they will demonstrate it. Yeah, for sure, it's not so time for demonstration, but you know what is it, yeah? And this is our product. This is almost the same. It does not have this fancy, screen. It does not colorful, screen, but it will do the same. It will have all the electronics, all the modules in to be like mobile phone. It could connect to internet, interact, and we are producing everything from, let's say, casings, electronics, embedded systems, and actually we are making some kind of internal, app store when developers can come and develop own apps and then use it for their cases. For us, our clients is not end users, so you couldn't buy our products like this GPS trackers, but you can go and buy it from our partners. If you know that brand CityBee, Bolt, they all use this. Inside of these services, you will find this black box who will manage the items through the internet. So we are the company who are doing this. We hold the Teltonika is more like 2,500 people around the world. In telematics, we are more like 500. So actually, we're also producing things like this. What is it? If I will take this, you know what this, yeah? It's wearables. It's almost the same. It does not have the screen, but it could do a lot of things that could do this. Yeah? It could sense, it could send signal, it could identify lots of things that we can do. So this we are, but probably, it's not so interesting to discuss or make some marketing about us. Yes, we should support Crane and all of this stuff, but let's go deeper to the topic that we have today. The agenda is clear. Actually, like I said, I would like to present to you very short, easy takeaways. There is only 3 tasks which you to do. For sure, I does not read, because probably you know how to read it. First thing, I will try to learn you to count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Second task for you all that you are there, you should find cat on presentation. It will be somewhere cat there, but you should look it and find it. If somebody will find it, I will provide the, let's say, presentation, or I will invite you to visit Teltonika Telematics Factory. So be brave, be, let's say, curious, and let's find the cat, okay? And third thing, it will be QR code. This, like, Agile is copyleft project. so you can download, reuse, or use this presentation for yourself, because I have spent some time and have tried to draw it, and it represented quite probably as much clear as would like. Actually, like I said, for the first, let's try to find out and try to learn to count. 0, 1, 2, or 3, or 4. How much errors there is? 0? There is 2, okay. Who couldn't find the errors? No errors, 2 errors, 3 errors. 3, okay. 4? Okay, let's stay it. I will come back to it on end of the presentation, and then we will count how much of them, yeah? Like I said, we will try to learn this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Okay, let's go. So when we are talking about Agile, we are always could be lost. And with this, orientation like milestones, yeah? Or road stones, yeah? You couldn't lost. And when we are losing, then we are confused a bit, and we are trying to find a solution. And what is the case of the Agile, yeah? How we can manage? It's a very simple way. It's manifesto, it's principles, it's mindset, and so let's go. Like Jürgen said, let's go for experiments, yeah? But when we are going to experiments, then we are getting this, feedback that probably Agile does not work. It's incorrect Agile. It's imperfect Agile. When we are, discussing internally with team, product owner come to me, Tomas, okay, this is some kind of Agile, but what is the perfect Agile? Okay, good question. Then I understand, that with the mindset, we will still have to do something, yeah? And like I said, when you're lost in jungles, you should have, some sign to orient, yeah? And on the, like you said, from the top building up, you start from cargo cult. And sometimes it's very good practice just to pretend that you are Agile. I do not much go into details what is the cargo cult, because if you can see there is credits, there is some links. Please be free and go into the details, or ask it about it on the Q&A session. To save the time, I would like probably move forward, because it's obvious, yeah, that Agile is clear. But when we are going deeper to this, Lego box, like Jürgen said, it's lots of things. It's lots of marketing. It's lots of approaches. And it looks like that Agile does not work for anybody. Why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because the Agile is always associated with some kind of small development teams that are starting somewhere in garage, some very intelligent and, let's say, future-oriented things like those. And actually, when we are recalling the oral history, 24 years ago. 24 years ago, the guys meet up in garage and started with this. And it was based on Nokia 3310, something like that. And it was first attempt to, through the phone, connect to internet. Because internet and phones was separated at this time. Huh? It was two different worlds. Now we are Internet of Things. Yeah? But when you are going or trying to scale, or you're just moving from first garage to the next one because you are scaling, you are growing, yeah? You always are in the doubts how to scale it. What we are doing at the moment, why I'm presenting there, we are rescaling. We was enterprise, and now we are going to be Agile. It's a bit different approach, but let's go, let's say, forward from startup to enterprise, and then backward. How we can manage, yeah? What is the approach? And probably I do not talk about much about the, this, Agile forest, because it's also called like Agile forest. It's very good material. Please come if you are interested and would like to see, how to find correct solution and how to find correct patterns, use it. But if you are going to this, forward, way, yeah, how it's startup coming to be unicorn, yeah. Okay, it's Teltonika, it's not unicorn, but we are trying to be, unicorn not in share value, but in turnover. Okay, but what is the dream? It's idea, very good functioning, engineering solutions, business solution, marketing solution. There is teamwork. There is, some angels come with a bag of money, and in the end of the day, everybody is happy. It looks like a bit simple. There is how it happens, because sometimes when we oversimplify, we are getting, not those results that we expect, and we see that it's very, very much not everything is loaded on our presentation. Yeah, it's freezed. Yeah, the cat has stolen the presentation. Could we reload the presentation? Thank you very much. Because we have a bit stuck. Sorry for technical interruption. But I know that for the last year, Dave Snowden was presented C7 framework. Yeah? Who was participating there on this speech? Not so much, okay. But C7 framework that I would like probably introduce you for your usage and simplify or make it much more useful is quite a good tool, but I still waiting for my presentation. Pakibo. Galim perkraut? And my approach is, if we are talking about this, patterns or agile methods, how we are choosing them, it's not about the agile. It's about the situation, where the agile is needed and where is it demanded, yeah, and where it could be utilized at the best way, and where we shouldn't try to, make this cargo cult that agile is good there. When I, met the guys or ladies who is trying, fitting or filling the contracts, imitate that they have some agile approach, I am starting to cry. Because what is in the standard operations, yeah? In standard operation procedures to do with agile? Not too much, just to make some kaizens, just to make some improvements, yeah? But there are some pieces on organization, some processes on organization that you should, aim to be as much agile as possible. Oh my God, we are there. So, what is there? It's some island. When you come up, when you will go to any situation, like I've mentioned, it works on personal level, on team level, on organizational level. So let's try to from organizational level, yeah? You are a startup builder. You are a developer who just comes there and you comes into the situation 0. It's confusion. We still? We stuck. Okay. So we are in confusion. There is nothing to do. Please go out, beat the situation, find out how you can, manage and deep dive to this, house thing. So house thing means that you does not know or recognize anything, yeah? The money is lacking, the information is missing, there is no team, and there is the results only, it's positive, I survive or I die, yeah? If you are startup, you should have some resources. You will go for some crisis management there, and then you will go, okay. Just a minute. Paspauskit šitą mygtuką. Šitą. Okay. Sorry for flickering, we will go forward. Okay. Okay, thank you God. Technical gods. Yeah, we will we are back on track. So from chaotic, you should manage the crisis and go as soon as possible. Actually, the same. If you lose work, please do not stay in the same place. Do not be, crying and waiting when, the good fairy tale will come and everything will solve. Just go back, go out from the, pool with the sharks, okay? Next thing, you are going to be to complex problem solving, yeah? And actually in business is the same, yeah? If you just find the idea, you should have the, let's say, step-by-step approach how you can go forward. And then after some, initial experiments, you will find out that there is some stairs that you could go up. And this is when we are also sometimes stucking. And then where we are going, like some pretenders or some, let's say, that we are lacking confidence, that it's enough to do, that we still, should be better, that we should learn something, that our teams is not good enough, or this our product does not have this, MVP 1 stage, etc., etc. But if you are on this, let's say, second domain, go experiment. Make step by step and go up. Go up and try to solve complex problem to complicated. Complicated, it means that I understand mostly of this, but it's not familiar with me. Yeah? I'm still learning something, and I'm trying to find the good scenario, how forward with this, yes? So I making things reusable. I am trying to, from actions, because from first two domains is mostly action-like. Second two domains, it's about how you manage it, how you make the process work, yeah? How you're making scenarios, it means that like frameworks, yeah? It's not so clear. If you are going up and getting these investments and building this fantastic fairy tale enterprise, for sure, the main thing that you are doing there or getting there is standard operation procedures. For this top crew, it should be clear. It's budget, it's income, it's results. There we are delivering, there we are failing. Yeah? It's very clear. And we are trying to make this, fairy tale enterprise. And if you're going just, let's say, further, then we try and gamificate everything. Yeah? We are sitting on this huge sitting bags, drinking coffee, getting this personal trainer at the job, etc. So we are quite good in our enterprise. Yeah, this is the perfect world how the enterprise worked. And actually, it's not so perfect because who knows who is this guy? And not a creeper. Okay, it's the reality. Yeah, who knows who is this guy? Okay, who? Enderman, yeah! Enderman, it comes from the hell, let's say, and he's trying to steal your blocks that you are, so trying to develop. So if you have just come back with this event framework for your personal, you know that there is this, habits, paradise, or comfort zone. If you just stay too much on it, yeah? If you does not try to come back sometimes and just looking what is happening there on stage 3, what is happening on, domain 2, then Enderman on reality will come and will steal your blocks for the first and then steal your future. How? We are, let's say, okay, my key message there, please, try to go through this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 steps in any situation that you does not know what to do. If it's clear and obvious, try to find simple standard operation procedures that will help you, yes? If something it's very complex, try to experiment, yeah? If you does not know what to do, go to drink coffee. It's best way, to stop, to be, afraid, wait for some, help from outside. And for me, it helps so much. I am trying to use it on personal, on team level, Tuckman. Team development stages is the same. But I believe that this visualization that I did helps you when you will try to discuss where we are, what we're doing, and what happens. So feel free, after the presentation, you can download and use this Miro board for your purpose, like I said. So, okay, Desert Teltonika is fairy tale. Okay, I'm so, clever just to present you, and I'm so brave, that say, okay, it's perfect, we are a perfect company. And actually, if we will come back a couple years back, before we have started Agile, we have a look at like this. Cat, okay, one ticket, one visit, okay, cat, okay, just stay with me and I will arrange the visit to the factory. Okay, cat, there is. Okay, a mouse, it also works. Yeah, it's mouse. Yeah, it's mouse. So I was trying, my vocabulary as much as possible, so it looks like that I does not waste the time. Yeah, it's first time for me, for sure. So it means that we have built this huge silos, yeah, with different functions, and we was competing. We was not communicating. We was lost, of control, lost of contact, and we, let's say, let's be, very much precise for today and say, true that we still have this in some of this 2,500 organization, but. We believe that we have started this like partisans, like guerrilla, like I have meant, we have started the revolution. Yeah? How the revolution goes and how we are now working in Teltonika telematics. Yeah? What is the Teltonika telematics now in this approach of Hineven? Yeah? How we have now managing the process and how we are getting the casing, that let's say, marketing knowledge, then hardware, then embedded system, then software comes into one place, and then we are delivering, to the final customer, and we have delivered more than like 20 million things like this through all the history. Okay, in chaotic domain, we have our crew that goes deep dive with submarines, like marketing research, customer feedback, competitive trends, yeah? They are analyzing all the information, and they do not too much of creativity and agile. They just try to give to us correct context, yeah? But they are not afraid. This, sharks, they say it's not a shark, it's some kind of island. It looks like that, like competitor from the island, some other island. Okay, so we does not, afraid of them, and we can move forward. Okay, it's first domain. On second domain, we have the team there that we call innovation team. They work with all the craziest ideas and all the further developments that we could imagine. They take the biggest risk, and probably they does not deliver much to the market, but they deliver knowledge and confidence to us. Yeah? We have even the names there with Santanas and Krzysztof. Yeah? Two guys who one is the product owner and other is team lead. Okay? For sure, Teltonika is known like Autosport, sponsor and Dakar Rally, so I would like, to stay with this. And then we are building something like portfolio teams. It's base team, scope team. For sure, we have something like 5 more of them, yeah? But those teams are working like team. There is driver, portfolio manager. There is, let's say, product owner, marketing lead, etc. So we are scaling it, and we are trying to run it like separate business unit. Yeah? So it comes that we have like 2 weeks or bi-weekly delivery by development teams, monthly program teams sprints, quarterly portfolio team sprints. Yeah. So we have scaling. Yeah, we can discuss it more or less, or more safe. Yeah, it could be, some other Lego tools, like Jürgen said, that you could name it. But we have this bridge, if you can see, yeah? This bridge, it means that it's quarterly sprint when we, with some monthly increments, delivering results, yeah? And we're reviewing and then replanning, and we have something like once 3 month sprint, let's say, very clearly defined and aligned, and actually teams are aligning between, you know, on the real time, but we have portfolio grooming like each quarter. And then each of those cars just going and crossing and delivering some results. Those results, for sure, it's not the same that probably other teams like obvious domain teams like our manufacturing factory that you invited, like I said, to the mouse and cat. Yeah? But we have there another team who makes, you know, let's say, unfinished things done. Sometimes you need, you know, to finalize documentation, finalize drawings, etc., etc., etc. So the teams with the race cars delivering, let's say, product, and then we have the harmonization team who is delivering to other or company who works in obvious domain. They does not have any agile things. They are still working, you know, ISO 9000, lean. Yeah? Everybody in agile community does not like those words. Yeah? We are agile. We are better than that. But we should understand that we should have this way when we are putting, you know, proof of concept, MVP 1, MVP 2, first batch, end of life procedures, yeah, to them very clearly. So what I am trying to say, that if you are trying to approach agile, you should find the place where is good, where is not. Because when we are trying to make agile everything, guys who are delivering or let's say producing products, and those guys who are just you know, crazy terminators who is now trying, and we have this program how to make new products in robotic way. We are also investing in new factories. Actually, we have opened a factory 1 week ago in Molėtai. New factory, new building, new robotics, new lines. Okay, so they does not understand our agile. They should have not only standard operation procedures, but code, clear code, how to work, yeah? So, sorry, I will probably come back just to go for the whole view, okay? So it means that we're trying to keep from marketing till the production agile. Other piece, they should be efficient, they should be quality driven, they should be driven by, let's say, our demand, by our plan. And there is nothing about reinvent the wheel. Okay, we know how Tesla works, yeah? We use the same approach like Joe Justice, who will participate in this conference, say we have this standard interfaces there is standard interface there is standard interface there, and there is standard and stable interface there. So in between of our, let's say, organization, it's not the silos, yeah? But they are also involved through the, let's say, virtual teams from the one part of True, because when we are delivering and is the let's say, increment presentations, they are invited and they are participating. But from other part of view, we have clearly scenarios and clearly protocols, how we are communicating and working with them. Yeah? So last week, I think so, no, it was on Monday, I have gotten that we have protocol communication with all our production site, version 198. So I believe that they are quite active, you know, just fine-tuning this protocol of our communication. But it means that we are communicating. We are trying to align as much as possible our collaboration, yeah? So the main message what I would like to say from there, that Agile, if you are trying to make in big scale, you should find out in which part of organization it fits better. If it's needed, you know, to experiment and deliver complex things, it's the This is the area for Agile. Yeah. For other, okay, you should aim for some, clear standard operation procedures, for clear working protocols, and then it works. In other case, it will be just, fighting one more time. Then you just build one more silos with name Agile. Yeah? And I believe that revolution of Agile will go forward, and we will, make much more, impact to other areas. But for the moment, research and development department is going to be like business development department. Yeah, we have all the, let's say, we call it CAPI, but it means that responsibility, resources, and teams just to initiate products, deliver to the market, earn on it, and end of life it. Yeah. Other functions is like the shared functions in our organization. Okay. Okay. The summary, because I would like to left some time for Q&A. First thing, what I would like to stress, if you would like to call the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, never oversimplify, because sometimes things looks like very nice, very easy to adopt, but try to answer what is the reason and what is the purpose. Yeah? If it's the reason, find the complex solution, yeah, and move it to the complicated, that you could even go to the obvious. Please do that. Do not stay on this obvious thing, and do not try this, because it will be like going to this cargo cult way. Then we are trying to approach everything for everything's very simple. No, it's not simple. It's the change of mindset. It's the all, how to say, about finding the way for correct situation, for correct question. If we are growing and expanding like we do, yes, we are investing in R&D. If we will like be, like Nokia, that it goes back, you should then invest on other, and we're also using some methodologies on that. Like I said, complex to complicated, it's the area from 2 to 3, like have tried to let's say, count it, yeah? It's area for Agile. If you are trying to explain, do we should go to Agile, ask, what is the question? Is the house question? No, it's not Agile, it's just crisis. Is obvious question? No, it's just, automatization or digitalization of processes. If it's, we does not know clear how to do, where to go, what to get, if we will good, to be expanding and going up and inducing, much more capabilities and features to the product, okay, it's Agile. Then we can go for this proof of concept, go for this, first batches, etc., and trying with the clients to deliver as much product as possible. Yeah, and for sure, if you are a big one, or even if you have those, like Jürgen said, islands of Agile and islands of enterprises, you should look for this correct interface, how to connect with them, yeah, how to communicate. Even your customers, in the end of the day, they are not Agile. They are driven by its habits. They are driven by its, old memories, old, experiences with you, like product delivery, and it's all about that. So always try to find out these connection points, and it will serve to you. And for the, okay, could we move last slide, please? And we are on time, but okay. Okay, it's the last slide, and actually we are moving to the Q&A session. The correct answer for the question, how much errors was? It was 3 errors, but different ones. 2 was grammatical errors, and 1 mathematical, because it was not correct counted grammatical errors. Okay? So it means that if we are trying to give as clear answer as possible, always try to look at, from this perspective, that it could be errors that you couldn't see, from this simple or simplified or too much simplified approach. Thank you very much for that you was patient. Actually, let's go to the last slide, because there is QR code, like was promised to have or got this presentation. You can get this, make this copy or scan the QR code, and you could reuse it for your purposes as much as possible, because my one of ideas just to share the tool like Synevent framework for very usable or readable way, because it's a good tool, but I believe that for the moment it's not very good, how to market it or clearly explained. So I was trying to explain our journey during this, Synevent framework. So thank you very much, and I'm waiting for questions for the moment. Okay?
All right, we're ready to take questions, but before that, a quick question to you, Tomas.
Yeah.
So I think that everyone in here felt your passion for Agile. What is Agile to you personally?
For me, like I mentioned there before, it was hacker, partisan, Tomas. I believe that anybody would like to be a hacker. And for me, hacking is hacking the life. Because we are living in the patterns. And those patterns always, take us to, like I said, you will start declining mentally in 50. You will start be ill with a bunch of medicine in 55, etc., etc. For me, Agile, it's to be, healthy, to be, let's say, active, and to develop me, I don't know, till 95. This is the approach starting from the scratch, starting from the, beginning, from sleep, from food, from exercise, etc. For me as a child. I can use it for that, for sake of this, and when you're using it on personal, then you can use it on team level and organizational level and give this, inspiration to anybody.
Great. Any questions in the audience? All right.
Thank you. Great presentation. A question. Jürgen said that framework can be applied to all organizations because the environment is different and so on. You presented your idea how Teltonika is going and inventing new things. But you have a lot of different companies or factories.
Yes.
Can you apply this to all of them, or you need to adjust before to apply? Because you are, I think, presenting one case of a company.
Yes.
But you cannot make it a framework, or you trying to do that?
Between the companies, we have this stable interfaces. If we are making routers, we are making on the same factory. So they have something like the same interface for ordering, for technical documentation, for, let's say, all the firmware that should be applied. So factory, let's say, this is producing, for other companies like telematics or let's say, networks or telematics, they have stable interface. We should deliver to this interface, then they bringing it in, and they're delivering to the final customer the final product. We, in our, let's say, telematics or networks or telematics, we are free to be in any, management tools, in any management approaches, etc. It's not needed to align anything. We are like separate companies. But when we are trying to be or collaborating in such kind of technical things, we should be, on the same, let's say, protocols. Okay?
We have time for one more question before we break. Or just break.
Or just break.
So we started the conference with some crazy shit, and then we are continuing with hacking. I look forward to seeing what comes next. And the next session is in 5 minutes. Be mindful about the time.
5 minutes, counting down.
Break.
Thank
Thank
you,
everyone. I always keep forgetting, but please leave feedback to the speaker and to the organizers.